studio where the levels run high. There's a voice cutting through like a lightning sky. At Machado Media, he's holding the throne. The audio wizard, his name's Jeff Stone. He's taking names while the cameras roll, with a sarcastic grin and a heart of gold. Changing the game one upload at a time, making the hustle like a victimless crime. So come join the flock, don't you stay behind. Leave the boring old world in the daily grind, with a laugh and a thought to get you through. Jeff's got a brand new perspective for you. He's the king of the mic, the influence of soul, keeping us steady and taking control. Now Boston, Ginger Sharp, and Mary B's got the whip. J7 and Hippie Chick are making a hit. Dusty and Jan are the brains of the crew, but there's plenty of room in the rafters for you. Don't let the smart kids have all of the fun. The master revolution has only begun. He'll roast you a little, then lift you back up, pouring pure chaos in a coffee cup. So come join the flock, don't you stay behind. Leave the boring old world in the daily grind, with a laugh and a thought to get you through. Jeff's got a brand new perspective for you. He's a king of the mind, the influence of soul, keeping us steady and taking control. It's more than a channel, it's a state of mind, where the jokes are fast and the truth's easy to find. From the audio board to the YouTube screen, the funniest disrupted as you've ever seen. Sloan is on the edge, making the call. Master of media standing 10 feet tall. Stop being a stranger, get in on the play. Jeff Stone's gonna help you survive the day. You come join the fly, come join the fly. Thank you, Hippie Chick, for getting the channel out. Hey, come join the fly, and that's Talk Media. Jeff is ready to ride.
From the murals on the wall to the street side stand, Mark's got the map, Jeff's got the plan. Cruise through Wisconsin where the sun stays bright, looking for a flavor or a brand in a new sight. Let's take flight with Mark and Jeff. Hippie Chick join the mad stork flock and turn it into a whole big crew. They all says we're following you. Jeff and Mark exploring again, finding the best wackadoodles in the land. Add Mark and Jeff to your day, because we have so much to say. Doesn't matter where and the mad stork flock.
I am here.
There you are.
Sorry about playing that first song first. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
It's okay, Jeff. Just took up a lot of time and it just put me where I belong.
I know it upsets you. That's all.
I might even start crying.
You might.
You know, I'm sensitive.
Then we got to figure out if anybody cares.
Well, I don't think you got to figure that out. We know it doesn't care, but hey.
We all know that I have a friend that's running for a sheriff here in my county. All right. And it's not Norfolk County, trust me. But he tried to sneak something through last night. And I'm letting you all know that I did copyright strike him just because he would talk bad about me.
Who, Carl?
And what he did is he hit me hard, so now I probably won't even be able to make a buck anymore. And so we're going to listen to him real quick. It's going to take a little bit here, but he talks about, well, you guys all know. This is my buddy Carl. He's running for sheriff of Door County, Wisconsin. And he kind of went after me last night. And I was shocked. He tried to slip this through because he's been doing these little YouTube things. And this was interesting. But I caught it last night when I was going around YouTube trying to find out what we're going to talk about today. So here we go. Ready?
Welcome to another episode of From the Street. I'm Carl Waterstreet. Thanks for tuning in again. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, so I'm hoping you guys are enjoying everything that we're doing with this and everything that you're learning about me, and that's the whole point of this whole kind of experience.
I want to point out, Mark. Okay.
Yep.
You see the picture, right?
Up on the back wall?
I don't know about just him.
Okay, yeah.
For 6 years, 7 years, I've been saying, you know what? I'm missing a microphone. And he goes, you're crazy.
A microphone.
He goes, you got all the microphones. You're not missing a microphone. Now, this is a guy running for sheriff, okay? And he kind of gaslighted me. He said, I don't have it. I don't have it. Well, then the first time he does one of these, guess what shows up in front of him? My microphone. And I'm still missing headphones, really nice headphones, like AKG headphones, really nice ones. And those are gone. And, I don't have them. I don't have them. So anyway, I wanted to point that out, that nice microphone he has, which makes him sound pretty good, by the way.
Is to get to know me a little bit more and get to know what my life is about and get to know what I can offer to you as the potential next door county sheriff. So we're going to be continuing to do these every Thursday up until the primary, and we'll see where we go from there. And hopefully, if I can figure out how to get it done, we're going to have a couple special guests on too, and we're going to talk a bunch of cool things. So, I've had that pretty cool career so far. We've told some pretty neat stories. We're going to kind of backtrack a little bit tonight into my personal life and some things that I've done outside of work. Because as you all know, law enforcement, firefighting, EMS can be pretty stressful. And with that, you need kind of that outlet. You need something else. You need that hobby or that something to take your mind off the stress and everything that you work with every day. So I was really blessed. So in my, sophomore, junior year, part of my senior year, I really had an ambition to get into radio. And I really wanted to be a disc jockey, or I wanted to be a DJ. And I learned that you never can, you're really 6 months at a time at a radio station. Your life is pretty stressful because your demands are just ridiculous. And so, law enforcement was another passion of mine and that I wanted to get into. So I chose that route instead. And back in 2008, I had this odd opportunity to start doing radio ads for my aunt's restaurant. And with that, I really kind of lit that spark again in wanting me to get back into radio. So I had a friend of mine named Jeff Stone that really kind of pushed me into it. And he's like, hey, we got this spot for you. They just had somebody leave. And he's like, we want to try it. And so the radio station I started with, it was purchased by a friend of mine. We went to high school together. His name was Al Johnson. He opened Al Johnson's Broadcasting. He was, so it was 97.7, the big dog. and WNCY out of Surgeon Bay. And
see why.
Country music was always a passion of mine. So I was pretty excited to get this opportunity. And he's like, hey, give this a try. So we did a couple recording sessions, I guess, just to see how we would do, kind of like a practice thing. And he had a unique style of teaching, a lot of yelling, a lot of throwing things, pencils, whatever. I suppose, when you think about it, and you're talking on the microphone, kind of like I'm doing now, except nobody can see you because we weren't on video. So it was easy to do that, I guess. I don't know. That was his motivating theories. So I it's not one that I would practice in my real life, but hey, it worked, right? I got to where I'm at today. So I started doing a radio.
So notice how he just defamed me?
Well, he's just being honest.
He defamed me.
Jeff, you threw in high school, you would sit behind me and throw shit at me all the time.
Well, that was because you were mean to me in the morning.
No, you're just you throw shit.
You always
like throwing shit.
You always thought it was so funny. Put your foot in front of my front wheel, so I stopped on a dime and almost fall out. You thought that was the funniest thing.
Well, that's not true, because that would hurt like hell.
Not when I'm only going like less than 1 mile an hour. I mean, it's not like Karen Reed at 24 miles an hour.
Yeah, like Karen Reed. Hey, did you see any broken glass after I did it? There's no evidence.
Because we weren't around any broken glass.
Yeah, broken glass. But I think he was just being honest.
Old Carl defamed me, said that I'm a screamer, said that I yell, said I was throwing things at him if he didn't get it right. No, I did not throw anything. So he had this, I don't even know what it was. It was like the delivery was this, he didn't get the cadence right away. He didn't get the rhythm. And so I said, just, take your hand and hit it, to stay in rhythm with what you're talking about. Just, do this, kind of like a click that a drummer uses. Okay. And so then he would start. So this is what it would sound like on the table when he was doing it. Now, you noticed how I did it, right? You just boom, 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 and you stay in with that rhythm, right? So here's Carl, because he's got a little musician background. He played the trumpet or something like that. He played some kind of thing that you play with your lips. But anyway, he all of a sudden he'd sit and tap the table, and it was like he was hitting 13 drums. And it was like, enough is enough, just and stay in rhythm. Okay. So after we got that through his head, I mean, maybe I yelled, maybe I said, come on, it isn't that hard. Okay. It's just not that hard. People make it out to be harder than what it is. It's kind of like this YouTube thing. There's mistakes. I mean, I understand the whole live thing and all that kind of stuff, and you make mistakes and you say stupid things, so what? So what? If people, I just got something again in it just popped up, Mark, it's not really about free speech though, is it? You're not the government, and neither are the people that unsubscribe. You're free to voice your opinion, and people are free to decide if they want to listen to them. There, you're exactly right. You have the right to just go by us if you don't like us. But why do you got to say mean things on your way out? It's kind of like the old days of radio. When you knew you were going to get blown out, you're going to take as many people with you. Because
so how does this deal with Carl? Are you going to call him after? Oh no,
I've already talked to an attorney. He's done.
You didn't talk to no attorney. What the hell are you talking about? Carl's going to come over there. He's going to start pulling over all your friends now too. Now I'm never coming back to see you.
He's going to get a letter of cease and desist and get that thing off of YouTube, because it's ruining my life.
Microphone back?
Yeah, I won't get that microphone back, because he says he doesn't have it, but it's on YouTube. Yeah.
He's going to lose this race because you're bashing him on every Belgian in Southern Doors.
Please go to his YouTube channel. Please, everybody that is subscribed to me and Mark, please go to Carl's and subscribe. I want him to get to 100. All right. It looks terrible that a friend of mine has only 25 subscribers.
Yeah.
Please, let's get him to 100.
I might have to go out
Water Street for Sheriff. I think that's where it is on YouTube. Just go get it, and please subscribe to him, and don't listen to his radio stuff. All right. I took a chance on a guy that thought in high school that he wanted to be a disc jockey, And I became a bleeding heart like Mark is all of a sudden in his later life. And I thought, I'll give him a chance. Yes. I knew it was going to be bad. He talks about the person that left, all right, that left us at that time. I just want you to know that person went from Door County, Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, all right? It's not even a market. But he went with my coaching, all right? It was his first radio job when he came to us in Sturgeon Bay, okay? With my coaching, his next job was in Indianapolis. Tell me that the coach wasn't good.
Who is that?
His name was Colin Shaughnessy, and now he's in Chicago.
Right.
And the thing is that he took everything I told him and he put it all together, and he went and he got hired down in Indianapolis. Now, it doesn't make a difference that it was one of my best friends in Indianapolis that hired him. That has nothing to do with it. All right.
It was just doing good.
Good.
Right.
So Carl, what he failed to mention last night in this thing was when he went to work and he said that 97.7, the big dog, was WNCY. That's wrong. We were WSRG. We were 97.7, the big dog. But he went on to work at WNCY in Green Bay. Now, he fails to mention that who helped him with his air check. That's when you put all your best stuff together and send it, right? All your good stuff that you send on the air. Well, we faked it, Mark. He came over here to my studio and we faked it. And I told him exactly what he needed to say because I knew 35 years before that, I went and worked for the same radio company, and I knew the vice president of operations, and I knew what he liked. So I put it together exactly what he was going to, was going to turn their heads. He gets the job.
I think he appreciates all the help you did for him.
No, he doesn't. That when he says that I'm a screamer and I yelled at him, that is horrible. I can't believe he would even say that on YouTube.
I don't know who's more sensitive, him or you.
Do I come on and go, "Whoa, look at this, Steve. There he is with my microphone again." And then he has the gall to call me 2 days ago, and he goes, "You know what? I'm just not sounding right. Your microphones sound better. Is there anything I can come over and use?" Yeah, like I'm going to give you something to use now after you stole from me.
Well, he's using your microphone. Hey, maybe if you use a microphone that you didn't steal, you would sound better. Go out and buy your own.
Oh, can I come over and just get some stuff from you and see if it works better? Because he likes the way my stuff sounds. Hey, you know what? I work at that.
Well, of course.
How did you like my new screen my monitor that I bought? I sent you a picture.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want one now.
I couldn't see, like in the chat here, when I'd see the chat going, and I couldn't see, and I kept on looking like through my bifocals, and I looked a little bit, and I don't like saying the word, but I looked a little bit of like an R, okay? And I said, that's enough. I'm going to buy a nice screen. And so that's what I did. I took some of my flock money, the people that, donated to me. And, I forgot to mention, I didn't want to mention that to you. Never mind. But anyway, I had my own money. I went and I bought the screen and everything.
Good.
And and as you notice, I took off your Venmo because I just don't want you making money.
That's fair.
So I just put my Venmo on there. So we kind of got an internal thing going on here too, So
yeah, that's fine. I'm only doing this because
because I yelled and screamed at you.
Because you yell at me, you make shit up about me, you lie and stuff. But hey, Jeff, before I get too far into this show, I just want to give a shout out to
whatever you need to do, Mark. It's your show.
It is to Pella of Wisconsin, my friend Dave. Pella Windows of Wisconsin.
They're going to spend money with us.
They might. We'll see.
All right.
Dave gave me this hat that I'm wearing, and it was the hat I grabbed today, and I thought, Dave gets a shout out. So anybody listening, Wisconsin, well, actually Pella's all over. They're nationwide. Go out and take a look at their products. They do a good job on their stuff. Their salespeople are top notch. They'll help you fit your windows and help you pick the style that works. But if you're in Green Bay area, Appleton, Wisconsin, call Dave Brager. He'll help you out. I wish I knew his number, but I don't. So there, Dave, you got it. You're going to be so damn busy. So I need it. I need him to be busy and sell because I'm on Social Security.
Yeah, I know.
And he's got to work and he's got to earn money. I need him to stay employed.
I get it. Sooner or later, we're going to get somebody giving us some money here. We're going to break the seal.
And no taxes.
No taxes because it's tips.
It's a tip.
Trump said that if we get tips, we don't have to pay taxes. So I said tips are appreciated. Very thankful for each and every one of you. And just somebody to go to the Venmo and just give us a little bit of money. All right. Enough is enough. I'm trying to buy another microphone, for God's sakes.
Jesus. You know how to sell. You can tell you were a DJ, not in the marketing department. You're the sales department. You'd have no advertisers.
Later on, he did come. Mark Carl did say later on, he goes, "Oh, I was a part of one of the great things, where at Christmas time, Jeff would stay up on the ledge of the city hall, and we, raised money and we raised toys, for kids that were less fortunate and all that. And Jeff would sit out there for 24 hours on the ledge." Mark, not only does he rip on me, right, for the yelling and all that kind of stuff, then he shortchanged me. I sat out there for 36 hours. And then he goes, "Oh, after the first year, Jeff noticed that it was getting a little cold and he only had a blanket. So then he got the fire department to build him a little hut up there so he could stay real nice and warm with heaters and everything." Oh, like that needed to be said.
Let it go, let it go. If I could sing, I'd sing an old damn song.
He's doing what people do on YouTube. They like to bring the drama to the show, and I'm bringing the drama this time.
You are a drama queen. We need to get your own song. Maybe play some ABBA. Drama queen.
So last night in a couple of YouTube things on content creators, there was some more stuff that I'm not going to talk about, but just so you know. No, yep. I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay, don't even talk about it.
Don't even talk about it. And this person that went on with Brother Counsel, this lawyer from Florida. Okay, I watched 5 minutes, maybe. That is the biggest idiot. It just proves to me that anybody with a half a brain can get a lawyer's license, an attorney license. Anybody with a half a brain and wants to go through the schooling can be an attorney. I truly believe that, because there's a couple of attorneys out there that are complete idiots. And this guy yesterday with Brother Counsel was just, it was just horrible. But like I said, everybody can take and get different views out of things, and I get that. But the Karen Reed thing is a shut case. She's not guilty. She didn't hit him with the vehicle. And we need to move on. I don't care how many different scenarios you can come up with and say, oh, the one I like, Mark, that I've never brought up with you is the fact that there was this piece of hair, just a piece of hair, right? And supposedly that stayed on her bumper in a snowstorm from, I guess, from Canton to Dighton, which is 40 minutes, I don't know. And then back to Canton. It stayed on her little bumper and never blew off, never, and they found this little piece of hair and it was John's or whatever, John O'Keefe's. And it's like, come on, people, you believe that crap? You believe that little piece of hair can stay there that long in a snowstorm with wind and everything? If you believe that stuff, that's fine. Whatever.
Apparently they didn't believe it because
she's not guilty.
She's not guilty.
Not guilty. So that's that. And Tom DeRozier, Tom CPU, I'm gonna yell out to him. I've been wanting him to come on this show for a little bit, and the guy is like, he's not even taking my invite. And whoever knows Tom out there, Tom CPU, well, I used to give money to Tom. I liked what Tom was doing. He worked hard, getting the stuff out about Karen Reed in the mornings before she'd go out to court, and then when she'd leave court, and he always was there live, and he worked hard. He did work hard. Now, I don't care. People, when people get mad at somebody, they start spreading rumors. We've seen it on YouTube. And I'm sure there's going to be some rumors about me and you, just so everybody knows I never slept with Mark. All right. I want that to be known right now.
You are just so insensitive to my feelings. Why would you tell people that?
But Tom, I said, well, I keep asking him, when do you want to come on? When do you want to come on? So I said that last night again. He was on The Glare, did a great job. And so I asked him again. I said last night, I said, hey, you owe me a date on YouTube. You know what he did?
What?
He just sent me 4 hearts. That doesn't tell me nothing.
It tells him he likes you.
Somebody please talk to Tom CPU for me and tell him that he needs to get on this show. I mean, he's one of the first people. I mean, he's the one that brought me to the Karen Reed trial. He's the guy, not Turtle Boy. He turned me on to Turtle Boy after, but Tommy was the first one that got me going into the Karen Reed thing. And so, I mean, he needs to come on the show so I can, congratulate him to bring me all the way to Massachusetts and everything. So what else do we got? Trying to think what else I wanted to tell you about. I got another mean story about you, but we won't do that until later. As far as our count, I'm not going to even tell you that. I'm done looking at that, but we're getting closer to 500.
Yep, we're right there. I'm looking at it. I can see that. So we appreciate everybody that's subscribed.
Everybody. But, and we're not going to be for everybody, okay? We're just not going to be, because we're not going to stay just on Massachusetts, all right? Even though there's a lot of things going on in Massachusetts.
Oh, there's so much crazy.
Proctor now, he got out of the deposition the other day, but now it's going to be later in the month. He's not going to run from this deposition. So get it over with, Proctor. Just get it done with. And
is the trial going on without him currently?
Well, it's a civil suit.
It's not even a trial.
Yeah, it's a civil suit, and he's going to be the main guy. I mean, that's just it. I mean, the Turtle Boy stuff, I don't know how much he's going to be involved with that, but that Tully, the other guy, who I wish they would find some text messages from him because he needs to go down. And this is another thing that came out yesterday too. Canton Police Department, one of the guys, Sergeant Lank, I think his name was, he had a conversation with Jen McCabe, the mouthpiece, who I believe knows everything that happened that night. He had a phone conversation, and guess what, Mark? He did the conversation on a not recorded line because they can't find it.
Oh, classic. Well, why not?
And people believe this stuff. That's the thing, they believe this stuff. This is just like, Brian Albert, taking his phone and throwing it away with Higgins on a military base. They believe that they just were making changes. They were getting new phones. Who cares?
Yeah. That phone might be someplace.
I think
other than the base, maybe he's got it hidden, for future.
I think if I moved to Massachusetts, which I'm thinking about doing because I want to get into politics. And I'm thinking if I moved to Massachusetts, I could be a millionaire like Pocahontas if I ran for office.
Yeah.
And because if they believe the stuff that they believe to put these people in office, then I'm in. I'm a shoo-in because I can tell you a story better than they got.
Well, look at the guy from Maine who just made it. And Jeff, I know your body is littered with Nazi tattoos and racist things. It's all over your body. I mean, if you would shave the back of your head, everybody could see the big swastika that you put on there. Based on that, you would win hands down. That guy, I don't understand how in a Democratic primary, they couldn't find a better Democratic candidate than him. He's not going to win. He's going to have something else stupid come up on him, but let's go. Maybe he'll go beat up a couple other girlfriends and then he might even win. But
see, and I don't have any of that in my background, so maybe I wouldn't win, because these people do.
You don't have that in your background.
I just don't. I don't have any, I'm not out, on child stuff or anything like that. I mean, some of these senators, you got to look at them and go, look at this guy, that guy out in California. I mean, you look at him. No, not that guy. I can't think of his name now. God, he looks every time you look at him, he looks like he's,
Oh, their governor?
No, not the governor. He's a senator out there. He's always
Schiff.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, he is signing as the day is long.
He's got something in his background about kids. Everybody talks about it. It hasn't come out, where he's charged or anything, but this guy is, I mean, you talk about a guy that's shifty, that guy is shifty.
Yeah.
And I can be shifty, but I just don't have any of that other bad stuff in my background like that to win people over. And I think people sometimes feel sorry that they go, oh, he can't be that bad. So yeah, he needs to be on there.
Well, they're not bad as long as their political viewpoints match up. Like the guy in Maine, Trump is a Nazi. Trump is a fascist. Yeah. Trump is this. Trump is that. He doesn't have any tattoos telling everybody he's a Nazi. This guy does, but it's okay because you have to forgive and forget. You know, he's changed a little bit, and so he's okay. But Trump's still a Nazi.
Yeah, see, I don't have anything. I have 0 tattoos. All right, tell me a guy my age that has 0 tattoos. All
me?
Right?
I don't got one.
You don't have a tattoo?
I don't have a tattoo. I want to get one though, but I haven't found anything I'm passionate enough that I want on me for the rest of my life. But I would like to get one. I don't know.
I thought, what's that guy out in Minnesota that cop held
that's
up?
In jail?
Yeah. What's not the cop, but the guy that Floyd?
Oh, yeah, Floyd. There's another piece of work.
Take your shirt off and turn around and show him that Floyd tattoo you have on.
Oh,
that is a pretty good. That is a pretty good tattoo. It really is. Whoever did that work for you really did a good job.
Oh,
really
yeah, good. That's what I got. A Floyd tattoo. Oh, classic. That was a good one, Jeff. I gave you that one.
Floyd. So, you know, but I'm thinking about moving to Massachusetts, and I'm just going to run for office, and I think I can do good. I think I can take a bribe.
Oh, sure.
I mean, no problem. Did you see where in Norfolk County? Now, I don't know if it's an administrator for the sheriff was sending cops out to work on his house and everything. And then I don't know how he was paying them, but he got caught doing something. And now he's in trouble. This Norfolk County is what is going on out there?
The gene pool is a little crowded. I mean, maybe everybody is. I mean,
everything. Right? I think everybody thinks they're in the mob because the mob was so strong out there. So they thought, well, we're just going to act like the mob then too, and the cops are doing it too. You know, it's like, what are you people doing?
I'm trying to think. Do we have any cops in Wisconsin? Can you remember any bribery things going on or nefarious activities? Or
I just remember, later years here, I remember the guy that was the DA that put Stephen Avery away. He ended up being a scumbucket.
Yeah, but he was just stupid.
Where he was, trying to pick up domestic girls and everything after the trial. I mean, he just really turned out to be a scumbucket. And everybody was, oh yeah, he's the greatest. He's the greatest. These people that have that, it's funny that they want to be in front of a camera when they know that they have something in their background that could come out. I mean, that's what it's funny to me. And
see, that's the problem, Jeff. You keep saying that there's nothing in your background, but as soon as you run for office, we'll find out all those things.
I mean,
everybody will learn what you were stealing beer when you're in 5th grade, things like that.
But see, I was a follower. I was always a follower all my life. And so I was following Mark.
No, I was behind you as you ran across the ball diamond with bottles of beer in your hand.
And I was so fast too, wasn't I?
I wasn't trying to catch you. Well, that's how you got caught, because you weren't fast, but you had all that beer. You were doing shit back when you were a little kid. You were a rotten child because you start blaming your good friend Mark. You got me dragged into it, and I stole a candy bar.
I'll never forget, the time we used to hang out when we started driving. We hang out at the Maplewood gas station. There was a Door County co-op station, and there was an old guy that ran the place called Wally, and was just the sweetest guy. I mean, the sweetest guy. And we go in there, drink Pepsi in the morning before school and everything. Well, sometimes we got late, because we got discussing stuff, and things got heated sometimes with some people, and so I'll never forget your dad called one time. The gas station, the principal of the high school, of course. And he goes, hey, is, Bill there? A guy that I hung around with. Nope, he just left. Well, it's Tom there. No, he just left too. And what about Jeff? Oh, Jeff, he's in that wheelchair. It's so hard for him. He was like going through my whole, he was making excuses for me of why I was late for school.
And my dad knew you, so he's like, Wally, you're full of shit. I know Jeff. He's not that sweet little angel. He's a criminal. You were running books, I think. You're doing some gambling.
No,
parlays.
well, I did do that. A
Yeah,
little bit. Yeah. And so
you're like the Belgian mafia.
I mean, at one time, when the back in the late 70s, when we were in high school, I'm trying to think, it was the start of the Brewers were starting to go really well. That was when they were in the American League in the East, and
Sure.
they were up against Boston and in the Yankees. And I watch, as you know, I watch the Brewers minor leagues like crazy. I mean, I'm into that, to see what the players are and all that kind of stuff. Well, I knew they had these guys coming up. They had the good young guy, Robin Yount, and I knew that. But they were bringing this guy up that I saw at the University of Minnesota, and his name was Paul Molitor, and all these people were coming up, right?
What
and
about Jimmy Gantner?
Jimmy Gantner was on his way. University of Oshkosh, he was on his way. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, wow, they're getting some pitching. They got Raleigh Fingers and everything. And I was like, oh, wow, this is really turning out to be good. So then I started making little bets of where the Brewers are going to be. And all of a sudden, first year kind of took a little hit. Second year, though, they ended up winning, the division. And I cleaned house. I think I walked away in that baseball season. I think I walked away with about $750 betting people on the Brewers.
You know what the bad part of it was? You were taking money from fourth graders. You were over in the elementary school shaking these little kids down for their milk
There
money.
you are talking about little kids again. Why do you go there?
You were there, and you took their milk money. There's kids that they had weak bones and everything because they had no calcium because you took their milk money. But you took $700 from these little kids, fourth grade. Yep. And they had no.
And I remember what I did. I went out. I'll never forget. I went out and I bought a stereo system.
Did you?
Yep. Went out and bought a little Pioneer stereo system. It was awesome. So anyway, yeah, that was a little bit of stuff that was going on. What else happened yesterday? So I talked about the sheriff thing in Norfolk County. The DA race. Let's hope the people out there make the right decision on that one. Let's just hope.
Why would you think they will? What
this Morrissey guy, stayed in for so long, and he was in public office all of his life, and he's learned the ropes. There's no doubt about that. I mean, here's a DA, Mark. I read this. Here's a DA that never tried a case himself. Never tried a case. And he's the DA. I mean, I don't understand. I tried to get over my DA friend here to ask that question of how does that happen? But I guess because it's such a big area that he doesn't have to, he just assigns assistant district attorneys. But that guy there's where I wish that stuff would start crumbling for them. I truly believe, Mark, and I know a lot of people don't believe this. I truly believe sooner or later, somebody's going to talk. Something's going to happen.
Oh, for Karen Reed trial.
Yeah, something's going to happen. Somebody's going to come out with all the stuff and tell us what did happen. And, will somebody be charged? I don't know. I still think it could have been an accident. I think somebody threw a punch and maybe he fell backwards, hit his head. I really do believe that. And they panicked. Why cops panicked, I don't know, but they panicked. And I think that's what happened. And if they would just, if they did just call 911 and say, hey, this, blah, 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 it would have been done. It would have been over with. But they saw that opening, to get Karen because they hated Karen. For some reason, they really disliked Karen. But she was a powerful woman. She was, successful in what she did. And I think they were just jealous of her. I really do believe that. The women were jealous of her.
Well, do you think it was that or that she was a likely patsy because she was the one that was drunk and she left?
Well, that's the other part of it, too. They figured that she didn't remember anything so that they could do that. Yeah. But I truly believe the women, though, like the Jen McCabe's and the Carrie Roberts, I think those are the people that are jealous. I think the forensic room, those 4 women, which actually turned into 5, that's all they are is jealous. They're jealous. Everything they talk about Karen Reed is jealousy. And anybody that talks about her, it's jealousy. It's like that Nan Gallagher, she wanted to be the next Betterow, and she was horrible. She couldn't be the next Betterow. And then you got this untwisted track. All these people, Mark, they do their shows on Turtle Boy. Everything Turtle Boy bad. I'm not, I talk about Turtle Boy because I support Turtle Boy, but I'm not going to make this show about Turtle Boy. You know, it's
No,
you
not
know,
at
I
all.
watch him. I watch his bus stops that are fake and all that kind of stuff. I watch all that, and you know, and I watch his shows on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and some of I mean, I like what he does sometimes. You know, there are some I get a kick out of him because last night he could have went off this morning about the glare show, right? He could have really went off and put himself in that and all that, and he decided not to. So you know, sometimes Turtle Boy likes to stay quiet, and then other times he's going to go after people, and that's fine. But it's just crazy how people get so worried about what he's saying and what he says and what you know how he does things and what he's spending his money on. What you know, you don't have the right just because you gave him money. You don't have the right to ask him for a whole you know, a whole sheet on what he's spending it on. You know, you just don't have the right. You give that in free will, and he does what he wants with his money. That's like if you give us money, we're going to do what we want with our money. And hopefully somebody's going to, you know, give us $5 just to break the seal. I mean, it's right there. HEIMY 1990 Venmo. Come on, just $5. Just
I'll
break
give
the
you
seal,
$5, Jeff.
and we'll get this thing rolling. I guarantee you. You know, with 450 people, I mean, if I made $5 out of everybody, you know, every time we come on, that'd be a pretty good deal, Mark.
That'd be a good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, what else you got as far as Karen Reed and her slander? When's the next trial, and when should we expect some?
I don't know. You know, the depositions are going on now. I don't think you're going to get a trial on this until probably next year, the year after. You know, the way it's going.
Yeah.
But you know, James is right here. He said, you know, Turtle Boy deranged syndrome is real. It is real, and these people that have it's real. But don't think that these people can't turn around. Because look at the towel. I mean, he was completely against Turtle Boy and everything, and all of a sudden, you know what it took for the towel to decide, hey, I like Turtle Boy? A woman.
I don't know what the toll is.
The towel is Grant. His name's Grant, and he's an attorney now. And his mom is an attorney that she was kind of a fool. But Grant, you know, was completely against Turtle Boy, completely thought that Karen Reed was guilty and everything. And all of a sudden, he looked into everything, but you know what changed his mind, Mark? A girl. Isn't that funny? That a guy's decision making is going to be changed by a woman. All right, maybe we need to get a woman on.
Is that a bad thing? Because I'm married and my decisions are changed by a woman a lot, and it's usually the good thing too.
So I think that maybe we need a woman on this show. You know, be our third wheel, and this, you know, that way we bring, you know, somebody in here that can change minds. Maybe. I don't know.
Counterpoint.
So I got a couple of girls that I want to come on, but they're kind of shy. They're like me. They're shy.
I got to reach out to the friend of a friend who's out in Boston area who went to those trials.
Who's listening. Look who's listening.
Oh, look at that.
The boss.
Now we got to watch what you're saying, Jeff.
Julie, did you just get here, or did you hear what he had to say about how he runs the house and all that kind of stuff before?
God.
I mean, he was really good. He's telling everybody,
I'm going to unsubscribe.
I tell her to get up and sweep the floor, she gets up and sweeps the floor. That's what he was saying just before you got out here.
Jeff, she knows you because she was at the restaurant when you were talking crap about me to the owner of the restaurant. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, when we went up to what the heck is that restaurant? Well, he had a stone fence, and I didn't.
Oh,
like it.
yeah. Well, you were sitting there complaining about the stone fence, and then the owner came by, which you didn't know at the time. The owner came by and I introduced you, and I said, Mark, this is the guy that you were complaining about his fence. And you went, oh my God, Jeff, what are you doing?
I wasn't complaining. I just wasn't as enamored as you and my wife were, thinking it was the coolest fence in the world. Yeah, it was nice, but it was a little gaudy. It was too thick. And these are stories she hears all. That's why we can't go to Door County, because all we do is talk about the old days. You know, like,
well, that just happened a couple of years ago.
Well, that's true. And then you gave me shit. I buy you lunch. Well, my dad bought you lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
And you had to talk crap about that.
Your dad bought lunch, not you.
So what? You still got a free lunch. You shouldn't come. playing.
I mean, I feel bad. I mean, the waitress is there sometimes waiting for her money, and you're just sitting there going, with your little alligator arms going.
I didn't see your hands come up out of the chair. They were stuck so tight in your pocket. It was like you sat on some, Gorilla Glue or something. You weren't getting your hands up.
See, there's another one. No, James just mentioned this. Twisted Tragedies, which we haven't got into, Mark. She's a treat. She's the one that thinks every time somebody else brings up a disease, she's got it. I mean, all of a sudden she has it. But she was a Turtle Boy supporter until he caught her grifting at a Halloween fundraiser for Karen. All of a sudden, Turtle Boy's bad. Karen's guilty. See, that's how it works with this group. It's just crazy. Save, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. We need to get more people in here.
Quite a bit. Thank you for.
I watched a little bit of. I'll play it. Hang on a second. I gotta get to it.
I'm JFK Show Off, damn it. And I got shoes, I got dress, and I'm a princess.
So I watched a little bit of him last night, Mark. Oh my gosh. He had 159 people watching him. And I want to get to that one day. I want to get to 159 watching me. I mean, because that will bother him more than anybody. If I actually went over the top of what he's doing, oh my God, he'd be probably turning me back in for some kind of copyright strike, that I stole something from him. But yeah, he was on and he was talking about how good looking he is again and all that kind of stuff. And all the time he talked about how good looking he is, I just thought about, you're a princess. Look at you. You're telling everybody what I said. You're a princess. And he thinks that everybody should listen to him and watch him because he's so pretty.
And no substance.
See, this is the reason why I went into radio, because I have a radio face.
You do.
And that's why I went into radio. I was smart. I was
CB face for a long time too.
I did do the CB face. You're right. I
remember that.
Yeah. Even found a girlfriend on CB one time.
Was that sort of the first type of like phone sex or CV sex? Or what was that?
See, that's the thing. We didn't do any of that. We didn't get on a channel. We'd go to a private, a different channel where nobody was probably, and we'd talk, but we weren't talking about, sexual things. I mean, come on. We were only 15. She was 17. She was actually robbing the cradle.
Do I know who it is?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'll leave it at that.
It's funny because that kind of ended in she found somebody else that she ended up marrying. And and then he passed away. But it was so funny because I would see her father, periodically when I'd come home from wherever I was, and I'd see him in the bar or whatever, and he'd always come up to me and he'd go, this is her number. Like, I had her parents like won over. Yeah. But it was like, it wasn't the time, wasn't the day. But we had fun. I mean, we used to, I'm not a race guy, where you go to the stock car stuff, and we'd go to the stock car stuff every Saturday night. And it was fun. I'm just not a race guy. I'm not a guy that, I like fast cars. I got a car that I souped up. It's a Chrysler 300. It's a 2006. I always liked the way the 2006 Chrysler 300s looked, because the way it just was a different look. So I took that car and I made it fast, and I still have it. And so I look at it out the window every day. I don't drive it much, but I look at it every day.
Yeah.
So, but that was fun back then. But the CB found me a girlfriend. How do you like that? I guess I won her over with my voice.
I'm just.
The funny thing about it, Mark, is that on the radio, on the CB radios, your buddy Mimi, she was on there. She was the Eminem girl.
Okay, I remember I was a little ways away, but I still remember we had a CB and we talked. And I don't know, did Jay have a CB as well? Did you talk to him or Puttier?
No, I didn't talk to them. But you know what my name was?
What?
Mad Stork.
Back then?
Yeah, because I liked Ted Hendricks, and so I brought it back. How do you like that?
Classic.
Classic stuff. So yeah, that was interesting. The CB days were interesting, and we used to do these where you go find people, by the strength of the radio of what was coming in. You try to find them where they're at. They'd hide. And we did that for a while. I tried to make money off of that, doing like, I can find it faster than everybody else, but that didn't work out as much. So I kind of got rid of that idea. So
I think the ham radio operators is a lost hobby, even though I know a few. I had an old boss down in Indianapolis that was big into ham radio. Even in our RV park that we're at in Florida, there's a couple people with the big antennas.
I couldn't get, I tried that class to do that, but I couldn't get that Morse code down.
Oh, yeah.
What did he say? Oh,
yeah, tapping away.
What's that? Oh, they caught a fish. Some ice fisherman caught a fish. Great. We could have ran to the store after sitting out there for 18 hours to catch one fish. But
even the ice fishing thing, we get down that path.
So what's going on in your political world? Anything good?
The one thing that's really been interesting to me is, and I'll never understand it, maybe somebody smarter than me can explain to me, how do you validate and verify a mail-in ballot? How do you know that person won as a citizen? How do you know that person didn't vote more than once? It just sort of kills me. This is one of those 80-20 things. 80% of the country believe, there should be a checks and balances there.
Or is it a 6-7 thing?
Yeah, 6. I don't know. Logically doesn't make sense if you can't validate that.
Confirm that they're dead.
Well, exactly. They confirm that they're dead or confirm that they're alive.
Right.
So in every state, they have a certain number of people still on the voting rolls, as they call them, that are dead. They're just dead. You can go back to, Kennedy. He won the election because of Chicago. Half the cemetery voted for him. But now everybody battles against, we can't disenfranchise anybody. Well, anybody that's alive or anybody that, or I should say is dead, or anybody that's not a citizen of the country, they should be disenfranchised because they shouldn't be there.
Right.
And right now people are battling to, you can't disenfranchise the dead people.
I thought this Pratt was in it, and all of a sudden I looked at it and he's not in.
Yeah, he was up. And then, we forgot to count this little area here. And next thing you know, a van full of absentee ballots show up and he got his ass kicked. And it's just not there. So that's a big topic. I think that it shouldn't be that difficult. It shouldn't be that difficult. How can a state like Texas count all their ballots and California is going on week 2? They can't do it.
James votes, when he's in the military. I vote absentee. So I don't have to.
Absolutely. You can't question some of that. That's fair enough. That you can validate too.
Right.
But you can't validate a box on a corner where you can just stuff a bunch of ballots in. You can't validate a signature.
Can everybody see that I put the gold on today? Because I want to be like James Jackson. I put the gold. The gold is on today. Yep. Got the nice watch on. See that? Look at that.
Are you trying to stop my rant?
Then I got Then I got my gold chain, my little gold chain. Got that on. See that? Just wanted to point that out to people. I got the gold on.
You're Jeff. You just stopped my rhythm.
Well, okay, I'm sorry about that, but it the whole political thing drives me crazy as much as these people that are against Karen Reed and Turtle Boy.
Yeah,
it just drives me crazy.
There's logic to be.
I don't know if there's any logic to it at all.
Well, it's basic logic. It's not tough. It's like third graders. They can figure this out. That some things are right, some things are wrong.
But they can't figure it out. That's the thing. They can't figure it out.
Yeah. They get polluted in their head.
So we must be fighting somebody because we're down a little bit in views, and we must be fighting. Somebody must be live that I missed that they were going live today. I don't know who that is, but I'm glad James is here. I'm glad Save is here, and the others I appreciate. And please share, like, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. One of these days we are going to hit the 150, 160 that are watching. And it's going to piss off so many people. and it's going to be so much fun. I'll sit back here, and that's all I'll do is just keep playing this.
I'm JFK Show Off, damn it. And I got shoes, I got dress, and I'm a princess.
And I'll keep playing that over and over and over again, you know. So come on, flock. Everybody get in here. Come on, let's go.
That sounds like almost a telethon. We're trying to run.
You know that do you know that we've done just as much of what other content creators have done? We've been on almost an hour and have not done a damn thing. We have not changed anybody's minds on anything.
I think we may have. I'm like you said, we're not trying to, but actually, I would like to have people think more like us, but we're pretty broad. You know, we're on both sides of the aisle with a lot of different topics, you know, whether it's for me, hunting, conservation. I'm not always happy with the conservative party and what they do, but we're all over the place.
You just like to bitch about everybody. Let's just face it.
What the hell are you talking about?
Then you feel better about yourself because I'm gonna go fill some sandbags and save some houses.
Hey, yesterday was a great day. Thrivent Health Insurance Company volunteered. They came out, build beds for people that don't have it. Believe it or not, I talked.
I don't have a bed. Why don't you build me a bed?
You need a bed? Okay, I'll get somebody up there. We'll get you a bed. You got a bed.
James has got to take off. James, we appreciate you coming in. Make sure you share, James. All right, tell everybody you know that they need to sub to Bad Stork Media 83.
Go to your mom and dad's house and your brothers, sisters, cousins, and
we need watch hours. We need watch hours, and what we got to do is we just got to turn our computers on at night and put it on Mad Stork. And just run it. Just let them run, and we'll get those watch hours that we need. But we got to get to 500. That kind of changes something. I don't know what it changes, but hey, if it needs 500, let's change it. If we need 1,000, then let's get there. I know it's 1,000. We get monetized if we got the watch hours, but the way we're going right now, the watch hours are real slow. So we need to do better with that. All right. So
absolutely.
Thanks, James. We appreciate you stopping in here.
Yeah, I apologize that I didn't confiscate my dad and mom's phone and get them to subscribe. There's two there.
There's two. We'd have been over 450 right there.
I got a wedding coming up here, and that's perfect. What I'll do. My nephew's getting married.
We need to put a shirt on you that says Mad Stork, and then they'll ask you, what's that all about? Then all of a sudden they'll get on their phone, boom, 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 then we're over 500.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're having it in a church or not, but maybe I can get the minister or the priest to announce it during the mass.
Thank you.
How's that?
James. Yeah, that's what we need. We need little things like that where they announce it in church, because we're good church people, so they should be announcing, talking about it.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what I think about it. All right. Anything else you want to touch on? We've already been on an hour, and it really hasn't made any sense at all.
Hasn't made any sense. You're right. Well, I had a couple shout outs. My wife is upstairs and she's listening, so that's a great thing.
Yeah.
We got her there.
You've been a lot better, you know, about your house things and what you do in your life now that no more like I'm the king of the castle here.
I did not say any of that. You are such a piece of work. That is all I can say. But I got to figure out this afternoon, we're supposed to get another thunderstorm coming through. So yard work is not going to happen. And so I'll find an in-house project.
Now that it's getting warmer, and that, when's the big cookout that we get to try some of that Louisiana sausage?
We got to figure that out.
Yeah, that would be.
Got to figure we're going to be maybe heading up north and stop in and go camping up in Egg Harbor in a couple.
You know, another thing you promised that we'd do this summer.
What's that?
A Brewer game?
No, I didn't promise. You said, how about we should try to do that? I'm not saying that it's not going to happen. I just didn't promise. It still could happen. We got to do it.
Because our friend Jerry is all for it too. Him and his girlfriend.
There we go.
Might become Mrs. Jerry Gordon.
What?
That's what I'm hearing.
What? I have not met her yet. So.
Oh my. Oh, see. That brings me up to the guy that was talking about John O'Keefe, you know, this John Jackson or whatever his name is. I mean, here's a guy. Now, you don't see much of Jerry. I see Jerry a lot.
Yeah.
But
I talked to him 3 times a year.
But I mean, you knew he had his girlfriend, right?
I did know that, and she lives in Appleton.
This John is John. Every time he talks about John when he's on something, he goes, "Oh, John is such a good guy. Oh my God, John was so. Oh, I got to tell you a story about John." So then you ask him, "Well, what was Karen like?" "Oh, I never met her." "Well, you're such a good friend of John, but for 2 years you didn't meet her. You don't know her." "No, I don't know her." "So how can you be such a good friend?" "Oh, Johnny was so good. Johnny was such a good guy." Every story he tells about Johnny, it seems like Johnny's snaking on other women. he's like he's out there. Yeah, like like everything that he has, talking about women. And it's like, yeah, okay, you're really giving us really a great light about John O'Keefe. I mean, but every time he talks, Mark, I'm not kidding you, he just throws his head back. "Oh, Johnny." But you didn't meet Karen after 2 years. You didn't meet her. So, Jeff, you can't ruin the surprise. What's the surprise?
Well, you just bad.
I don't know. What's going on though? I figured it out. What's going on? Mark's internet is going out because his wife is on the internet, and probably I don't know what she's looking at that's taking up so many gigs. But Mark is like froze now.
Yeah, now you're froze.
You were froze.
We're taking up too much bed.
And I think. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they know about it. I mean, she knows about it because get this, Julie. Get this. I'm going to marry him because I'm a minister. I'm going to marry him. I'm legally to marry. I'm going to marry him. So isn't that something? That's all we're waiting on is the ring. I guess she wants a special ring. And Jerry went out and looked at how much it was going to cost. She's going to take some ring, some stone that her mom had or something like that. And then she wants it in her engagement ring. So Jerry took it to somebody and said, "Well, what is this going to cost?" And he went, "Whoa, we're going to have to wait on that one." So it's coming. It's going to be there. They're going to happen. But yeah, I'm going to be marrying him. That shows you what kind of church guy I am. So
I'm going to stop saying bad things about you today, Jeff. I feel really bad that I had to correct all you.
See, you keep on. Your wife she's looking at something on the internet that you need to get up and go look at because she has taken up a lot of bandwidth and she's making you freeze. Are you there, Mark? Mark. Oh, that's too bad. We're going to have to end the show without hearing about your bleeding heart story that you did this week. Mark, are you there?
Yeah, you were frozen for a while there.
Well, you were frozen, but hey, I thought we were going to have to end the show without you telling us a bleeding heart story of yours. Yesterday was a great day building beds. I told you about that. All right.
I think
you keep talking about how tough you are at home. You're going to need your own bed out in the garage.
I don't. See, Julie couldn't even take your lies anymore. She signed out. We got lunch coming up here. So it's 11:30. Eat a sandwich.
All right. Well, you go have a great rest of your day. And any golf today?
Not today. It's going to rain this afternoon.
Right. So okay. All right, Julie, we appreciate you coming on here, though, and we need to get her on and talk about you. Talk about what it's like to be married to Mark.
That's all I need is two people need to hear. No. All right, Jeff, you have a great Thursday afternoon, and we'll talk to you later, everybody.
From the murals on the wall to the street side stand, Mark's got the map, Jeff's got the plan. Cruise through Wisconsin where the sun stays bright, looking for a flavor or a brand in the new site. Let's take flight with Mark and Jeff. Hippie chick, join the mad stork flock and turn it into a whole big crew. They all says we're following you. Jeff and Mark exploring again, finding the best wackadoodles in the land. Add Mark and Jeff to your day because we have so much to say. Doesn't matter where, doesn't matter how far. Our curiosity's charged. We're ready to see what's next. Mark and Jeff need this job, so please come join the flock and hit the like, share, and unsubscribe. Thank you from Mark and Jeff and the Mad Stork Flock.